afternoon, good morning, good evening, folks. It's your man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bobby Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Folks, can you believe it? It's Thursday. Just one more day to Friday. I remember back in the days when I used to work. I had just one job. I worked 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. I was off on Thursday. And Friday was my day off. I would tell guys, while you fools at work, I'm at home watching cartoons on Fridays. So, folks, I hope you enjoy this upcoming weekend. And shout out to all you who are here and watching this show. So, folks, I have here, this is kind of a off the cuff interview. I don't get to do these too often. Sometimes I always want to strategize and get information, but this young lady, she said, I'm free today. I said, okay, you free? All right. Yeah. When a woman says, hey, she forget, man, you got to look pretty, you got to get it ready. I wish I shaved, but I didn't. I don't have a shaver. So, folks, we have the lovely Miss Kateska Patterson, if I got her name right.
Yes, Kateska
Patterson. Kateska Patterson.
Tess.
Call it Tess. She got those fancy long names that you can't say right. Some of my mama they did say, wait a minute, we put this on her and say, okay, and everybody. So as you last weekend was the Universe, which is a popular pro qualifier up in New York. It's being ran by Steve Weinberger, who is the ex-husband of the great Bev Francis, alleged I'm a big fan of. And she earned her pro card at their figure, but also not earn her pro card figure. She also won the overall. So that is. So she's here to share her story, her plans. Now she's an IFBB pro, and to share what got her started in sports, as I call it, muscle and masculinity. So welcome, man, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Hey, everybody.
She said, "Hey, everybody!" And she's a brand new pro. It's her first interview. And I got her fresh off the line, soaking wet. So, what got you started?
Actually, in 2023, I was just going to a gym, and then this lady, she had asked me, and she was like, "Have you ever thought about competing?" And I was just like, "Huh? Competing in what? Like cheerleading, basketball, sports? That'd been my thing. Softball, all of that." And then she was just like, bodybuilding. I was like, "What's that?" So she was just like, you just get up there, you work out, you gain the muscles, you get up there in a bikini, and you just show your muscles off. And I was just like, that sounds pretty simple. So I was like, all right, cool, I try. And then that was back in Mississippi, and my first competition, it was okay because I did it like when I was like 35, maybe something like that. Yeah, it had to been 35 because I did masters. And then I didn't do well in that first show. The second show, I had a different coach. Straight mutilated the game. Like straight overall bikini. First place masters 35. First place open class 8 because I'm only 4'8". And then I came to dental school up here in Boston at Tufts University. And then I was supposed to go to nationals. I didn't go because I started dental school, and I put everything on the back burner. I was just like, let me focus on my career. And then I grew out of my bikini category, and I did figure the first time in June 2025. And then I had a hysterectomy July the 11th, 2025. And me and that guy, that coach, we did not get along. So I fired him. And then that's how I got with Miss Robin Mays, the best that I've ever. I can tell you, she took me 8 weeks. I had the hysterectomy July the 11th. I went to the gym. I was hard-headed. The doctor told me to sit down. I didn't. I thought I could walk on a treadmill. Nope. So then I set myself back for like 2 weeks. And then Robin, I got recovery done. We're good. I got the okay from the doctor. She turned me around in 8 weeks. In 8 weeks, I won first place figure. I won overall figure.
That's pretty good. I mean, Shout out to the lovely Mrs. Robin Mays, who is
Hey,
both a Masters and Olympia competitor in WPD. She's been in the game for quite some time. I had the pleasure of interviewing her a few years ago. Really, she has, and can you believe it? It was last week was her 60th birthday.
she's
I
so
mean,
sweet. Oh my gosh.
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think she was 60. I mean, she held her own because she got her qualification last year at the Toronto Super Show. She also placed fifth at the show last month. Amazing lady, mother, wife, grandmother. I mean,
Period.
my mom used to have an old saying, hard head make a soft ass. So you got to learn that. So, you know, and
Baby.
yeah, and I
It's
think
all
we had a discussion. Yeah, yeah, we had a discussion which I think with some women, I think you feel more comfortable working with a woman that's a coach over a man. You think that's for you? It's true with your relationship with Robin.
you know what? Um, I honestly like Robin. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe she know what she's talking about because the guy that I had hired previously, he didn't listen to nothing I said. He didn't listen to me having no hysterectomy. He didn't listen to me when my doctor said, "Oh, I can't do nothing. I can't take nothing because you done had your lab work done. You about to have an extreme major surgery." This man was sitting up here just take this, take this, take this, take this, take this. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? You ain't got the best consideration for me. So I'm gonna have to like, we're done. Like, and then I went to a show and then Robin was like, bikini, what? And then yeah. And then she was like, girl, you ain't no bikini. And then I was like, well, yes, I am. So it was the fact that Robin is black. She's a female. She's went through the same thing that I've gone through. No HIPAA violations or nothing like that. But yeah, she's been through the same thing. I'm a mom. I go to school full time. I work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm new to this area. Like I just like to work out. I just like to look good, and that's I'm staying with her. I ain't going nowhere else. Baby, she done got me. She done got me two overalls. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
It's
good,
good.
Rob.
It's good. I think I think that's what if you just sport, you want somebody that's very compatible with your needs or how you grow as athletes. Her background, being a woman herself, being a woman of African American descent, like ourselves, and understanding what it is that how the sports affects the overall building physique of a woman. And also, as you mentioned, you're studying being a dentist.
Yes, I'm in my third year. Like I was literally like creating my business card on Canva. So cause we gotta do all that. So yeah, we going to clinic. I got a full clinic next week actually. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. I mean, I had a lady on here, Sherry Priami, who is a dental hygienist, and I have a dentist. See, I got this. I have this. He got.
Oh Lord, I keep on you.
What? You know what? You know who's the most famous dentist in history?
No.
Doc Holliday.
Who that?
You never seen the movie Tombstone?
Tombstone. What? No.
I forgot. You're a girl. You don't watch Western. It's a classic movie. It
Oh.
starred Val Kilmer. He played the infamous Doc Holliday, who was a gambler, an outlaw. And he was a dentist. But back in those days, a dentist could be a doctor too, because they had some
Oh
kind
yeah.
of medical. Yeah. So back then, I should wear my Doc Holliday shirt if I knew that. The Daisy. If you do, you got to watch the movie. Everybody's seen it. Oh, I forgot. You're a girl, so you would have seen it. So, so
I watched documentaries. I used to watch westerns with my great grandpa. Because we couldn't turn the TV even though he was asleep. But that's about it.
Well, that thing is, yeah, he's one of the most famous dentists in the history of anything. So, anyway, you were doing bikini and you made the switch. What was that feeling like for you going up from one division to another as you evolved as an athlete?
I ain't even gonna hold you. I like working out, and bikini kept me in a box, and I didn't want to be in a box. And I do like back. I like doing back. I like doing shoulder. I just like doing upper body. And bikini was just like I was so in a box. And now I actually get to be out of the box. Only thing I don't like is the shoes. Like I'm up in heels. Like if I'm not going out somewhere, I don't want to wear it. I got house shoes on right now.
I, I have many stories. There's some ladies that are pro heels and anti heels. Some ladies, they love their heels. They even walk on a treadmill in their heels on. I have ladies telling stories like one time, one lady told me how her heels were her feet so tight she took a blow dryer and just blew on the laces just to get them off. Get off those clop hoppers. But
Yeah.
it's part of the equipment. Like your posing suit and everything else. It's part of your equipment.
Hmm. It is. I just no. I don't be on them long. I can tell you this though. When I'm done, and fortunately, I'm just blessed to like win. But as soon as I'm done, I'm unstrapping my shoes, and they telling me, "Oh, what you doing?" I was like, "I'm done." They was like, "No, no, no, no. You got to stand here. We got to go up for this. We got to go up for that." I'm like, "Oh, it's the shoes. It's the shoes." And then like you're not dehydrated. It's like you're depleted, right? You're depleted of your carbs. You don't want to cramp up. Like we stay in those heels. We actually like pump up in the heels too, because we really don't have enough time to like go here, pump up, go over here, strap up on strap the shoes, and then go on stage. We ain't got time, so we gotta actually like leave the heels on because the competitions they be going, they be on it, so we don't have enough time. So
Yeah.
I mean, calf muscles be hurting. Like you a dude. So if you have like a female, right, and how we are, we just girls. If we going out, we got some heels, our feet hurt, baby. We taking them shoes off. What?
I've seen many times my mother and my sisters, when they came back from church, she kicked off their high heels like it was, because you got to look because ladies, you got to look fine. Men, we got to worry about that. We just have to wear a nice suit. That's it. Maybe a pair of maybe the shoes with the little heel by this high, but most times flat. You know,
Yeah.
so what's that feeling now that you have now after this time only competed as long as you have? You're now IFB Pro. What's that feeling like for yourself?
I feel normal. I feel like myself because I'm gonna forever be in the gym. So I really like. I feel like it's any other day. To be honest with you, I mean, yeah, I was in NPC, and yeah, like now I got the pro card, but it's like I'm starting all over again. To be honest with you, because now I got to go up against all these IFBB pros that's been doing this stuff for years. But how I feel mentally, I'm good. Like I got my so there was two things that I wanted to do while I came to Boston. One was of course to get my degree, and two was to get my pro card by the time I left. So I got my white coat March 7th of this year. And now, since I got my pro card out of the way, I can actually focus on my boards. Because, if you in med school, dental school, stuff like that, you got to study for at least 2 months, 3 months, something like that for your boards, for your license. So I feel good. I feel like one thing is out of the way, so I'm good.
Hmm. So what got you to dentistry? That's it's very like what was your life before you started into this?
I was in the military.
What branch?
I was in the Navy.
Oh, you were one of those. You were SEAL mule, huh?
I was a corpsman and I was a dental tech. I only been to one place, and that was Pensacola, Florida. So I'm good.
Oh, you didn't spend no time on the ship,
That ain't for everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. You get to choose, like, if you want to go on deployment and stuff like that. But I had kids when I went in, so needs of the Navy is like, or needs of the military in general is like, if you a single parent and you have a parenting plan in place, then there's a probability that you can go. But if you ain't got no support or nothing like that, and your kids is up here, they're not gonna send you. Like, that's the whole purpose of a parenting plan. But yeah, I was in the military. I was ACFL. Um and ACFL is Assistant Command Fitness Leader. Of course, I helped with 100% readiness of all the military personnel there. So in my chain of command, so it was nothing. Just working out is my thing. And then it's just my way of life. I like to look good, so there it is.
Well, ma'am, I'll tell you, it's a Southern gentleman. I'll tell you, you're fine as wine, and you're getting better with time. And to anybody who serves our country, I don't say thank you for your service because you're not providing service. I say, as a citizen, I appreciate the sacrifice you have made on behalf of us in this country. Because you know what, my youngest nephew, my oldest niece served in the army, and my nephew was even over in Afghanistan for a bit, and it's a lot. And you had the blessings of being able to be here with your children. How old are your babies?
One is 20, one is 19, the other one is 7. She said,
Oh, so you got two grown ones here. Remember, you got beat 'em down, got beat 'em down. So
uh, they
yeah,
mouth. They mouth. Them my kids.
yeah, you gotta remember. My mom, she had six of us, and three girls, three boys,
Oh,
and then
Lord.
she raised two of my nephews, and as you know, as boys, our mother, you are our best friend. You are a woman. We love you. We do anything for you, but sometimes we gotta put ourselves in line when we. And the baby, the baby.
Mama too. That's my mama too right there.
Yeah, that's a sport brat.
I'm spoiled. So all three of my kids, boy, I don't care. I don't care nothing about it. All
Well,
my friends and everything, they be like, your children can commit a crime right in front of you. You swept them down, they didn't do it, and they didn't. And they didn't.
you be one of those moments on Jerry Springer say, "No, my baby didn't do not that, Jerry."
Yeah, I'm like, my baby didn't do that. I don't even know what you're talking about. Mm-mm.
Be honest, like Brandon said, like you're the your son, your girlfriend brought you and said, "He's not the daddy. He's not the daddy. Baby don't look like him."
Now I had 3 rules in my house, just 3. That was respect me, don't make me no grandma, and bring home your high school diploma. And they did it. So hey,
I wish it happened with me because here's the thing about me. Me, there's only 2 years difference between me and my oldest nephew because I was like I'm next to last, and my sister had hers. But this is how my sister said it to my mom. Said like you were too young when you had me, and too old when you had the last one. So
oh baby, she was done.
yeah, she was that. So anyway, this is a sport that's very, I would say, a lot, especially when it comes to women. The
Mm.
training, the diet consistency, and having someone like Wobbling in your corner is really good. What do you see as long as you've been competing, that might need to change or maybe be a little better for your competitors?
Um, what what might I do now as an IFBB pro that I could do better?
Hmm.
But like sleep, because I don't, and I know that is the number one rule. Like sleep, rest, so your muscles can grow. That's what I would say. I would say diet correctly and sleep.
Yeah, it's important because you want everything involved is because what people when you look at bodybuilding, they think about they just take purple spills and not just get this big like oh no, but there's more to it. It's about consistency. It's about discipline. It's about following rest recovery because there's so much involved with it. It's not as simple as a lot of people think, and I think especially for women, there's a lot more to it because if we look at how society looks at it, like women like yourself who have muscles, there's this view of it. There's two kind of sides to it. There's the side of everybody saying, "Wow, she got muscles. She's trying to be manly," and there's the other side, like she got some muscles. I wouldn't mind being her man. So it's like it's a flip side
No,
to it because
it ain't like that. It
huh?
ain't like it ain't like that.
Actually, I've been doing this for a long time. There's guys out there, and I had to make my crime, Miss Patterson. I am a muscle person.
Oh
Y'all need to cite me. Yeah, y'all muscles kind of. That's why I do this content. But I also understand that people we do something that's outside of the norm.
Lord.
People will have their ideas of it. Like I've talked to ladies where I know ladies who were married and because they got into the sport, got invested into it, that they
Mhm.
got divorced. Sometimes friendships change because you're doing something that's they don't understand. Like I saw a video where a guy talking about how he went to a friend's competition and saw how people react compared to when they're around them at home. But when when it's like a big stage, like someplace like the Olympia or any of the big major shows, it's a different experience compared to when you out and about. I'm just talking. This is
Oh, I'm like, is that a question? Oh,
no, no question. I do back and forth. I'll let you with this question and just do some
oh,
back and
okay.
forth. You can talk now.
Oh, well, I mean, I get one or two things. I get since I'm 39 years old, I'll be 40 in December. So I get one of the things I get, oh yeah, do you work out? And I'm like, no. You know what I want to say? I'm from the South, baby. So I'm just like, no ish, Sherlock. Yeah, I work out. And then they be like, oh, well, I work out too. And I'm just like, mm, I bet you don't work out as much as I do. But okay, I hear you. I hear you. And then I get, oh, well, you are too masculine. You got too much muscle. I like a feminine woman and all that. And I'm just like, bruh. First and foremost, not only do I have these muscles, baby, I got a brain. I'm stop. I got an associate's degree in pre-med. I got a bachelor's of biology and medical science. I got a master's of biology and medical science, and I'm going to dental school. Boy, stop, please. That's it. And that's what I get out like of these guys here. Like I'm just like, no. But I love my southern men. I love my southern men. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I like
Well,
them.
thank you, man. We love our Southern ladies, you know. Sometimes when I was younger, when I started talking, people started asking me where I was from because I don't have that heavy Southern accent. I had somebody say, "Are you from Chicago?" One time I was at this club hanging out with some people, and this girl said, "Hey, where are you from?" I said, "Well, I'm from New Jersey." Well, this is the story I told. Like, my father lived in New Jersey, but I said like my parents moved to New Jersey, and I grew up there as a kid, came back down here when they broke up, and that's why I still have that kind of, I sound like I'm from the north, but I do have the little southern twang in there every now and then. So
Yes.
yeah, that's the thing. I think people, when they see something that's not, and they consider the norm or the comfort with, they often will really clear. But doing this content, talking to you ladies, I gotta respect who you are as a person. You chose to do this because this is a passion. Folks, where we got Tess here, we're gonna do this. We'll jump to social media for a little bit. If you want to follow her, her link in the description of this live. If you're interested in reaching out to her and support, and also, congratulations, now she's an IP Pro. But listen, guys, and I know you guys out there, and because I'm one of you, and I try to control my urges too.
What you gonna say?
Don't be no weird stuff. She got two grown boys. I want me here to say, "Who is my mama?" Be like, come on, because that, again, our mama is our woman. We will protect her unless unless another girl comes around and you get a distraction. But yes, we will protect our mama. So if you want to check out Tess and support her, and congratulations on her upcoming future in IFBB, and also the dentist. Reach out to her and reach out with genuine interest and support. So we jump into her social media for a bit. You want to check her out? The links are in the description. Hey, man, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm a professional. And here she is. And what was that experience like when they told you that you are now an IFBB Pro?
You said, how did I feel?
Yeah, how you feel?
Like when they announced my number up there?
Yeah, yes.
I couldn't. Well, okay, so with the placings, I mean, I was center, but like when you're a competitor and you're up there, you can't see everybody else. And it don't matter where they actually place you, they can place you on the end, but that's because they want to get a better look at like another individual under certain lighting. So it's like when I when I um when I got called, because I really couldn't understand the numbers that they were saying because I think something was wrong with the sound system or something. But when they announced my number, like 72, I was just like, I mean, maybe I didn't hear it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what was going on in my brain. But when she said Kateska Patterson, my jaw dropped. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I won overall. Like, okay, so yeah, I wanted a pro card. All right, cool. I didn't work hard like for nothing. You get what I'm saying? But I really wanted to win because my coach's birthday and everything that she was like, she believed in me. I had like a support system that believed in me. Cherie, Ariana, Ida, they all supported me. They all believed in me. And it was hard for me to believe like what I looked like compared to everybody else that was up there. But so when they called my number, I was just like, it wasn't even my number. When that lady said my name, I was just like, holy shit. Like, you're kidding. Like, I won overall. So that was my birthday gift to my coach. Cause she's like, if we going up there, you win your class. Like, we going up there for overall. And I'm like, all right, cool. No problem. So then I'm just like, Lord have mercy, here we go. And that's how I felt. Like I'm still on cloud nine, because I'm just like I'm a regular person, because I still got a lot of things going on in my life, like school, my kids, working and stuff like that. So it's just like I feel like I'm just a regular person that still gotta go about their day. And I'm truly blessed, and I'm very, very thankful for, especially my, for my support system and my coach and everything, for everybody believing in me and stuff like that. But I still feel like Tess. Like I'm still going to the gym. That, like, I got my Alpha Queen apparel on. I still I still gotta go get these gains. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A competition is a competition, and I'm gonna forever be in the gym. So I don't. I just feel normal.
Hmm. I think everybody has a different experience. I think when you put in the work as long as you have, and finally get the opportunity to get your pro card, it's something that is just, depending on how you're feeling at that time, it's something that could be awestruck or just something, hey, whatever. But it's a
Yeah.
lot of work to be the sport. The time you put in, the effort you put into it. Here's her coach,
Yeah.
um, the lovely Miss Robin Mays,
Yeah.
amazing lady who's been in the game for quite some time. Olympian, Masters Olympian, and I know she was proud of you because and
Very.
especially it was a great birthday gift.
Yes. Yes. She was in Aruba, and I'm just sitting up here. And then she was in Aruba with her husband, and she was just like, she was messaging me. And when I tell you, nationals go fast, bro, nationals go fast. Like, you don't know whether you coming or going. As soon as they call your number, you got to get up there. It's so many people that were there, and it's just like you don't have time. And I didn't have time to check my phone. And Ida, she was actually, messaging her back and forth and stuff like that, asking how I did and stuff like that. But as I stated previously, me as a competitor, when you're up there, you can't see everyone else, so you don't know what you look like compared to everybody else. But when I got off stage and I actually got my phone, it was messages out of out of everywhere. Like, they were coming, and I'm just like, okay, all right, that's great. I hear y'all say I got center and all that. I say, but we still got to do finals. Now, mind you, that was prejudging. Finals come around 5 o'clock. That's when you actually get up there and you know what placing you got, what medals and stuff. And I was just shocked. It was just, it was a pure blessing to have Robin, as my coach, and Ida as, my support system there, because I didn't have anyone there at all. I had an old friend of mine, Jackie. I had her, and I competed against her, and I won overall in Long Island. But she actually switched to women's physique, and she was a huge support system. We both actually got our pro cards that day. Her right there, that's Jackie. Um, so yeah, so we both actually got our pro cards. I got mine in figure, and she got hers in physique.
Well, congratulations to her. If she's ever interested in doing an interview, I wouldn't mind having a fresh new physique pro out here. I've interviewed quite a few of them. I like put another in my notch.
Yes, I'm gonna send you her info. I'm be like, girl, I can do this interview. It's nothing. He just sit there, and all you do is just talk about your experience. So
Yeah, that's the thing is, this is why I do this content, is really to share people what it is, what drives women like yourself to do this sport, because
it's
the
fun.
everyday person, yeah, and also there's also the what you learn from it, the discipline, the consistency, everything that's involved in it. But again, there's also the other side of it, the expense of competing, because there's as you know, you are now competing now to be, even as a master, you have to pay to play. As amateur,
Yeah.
you have to pay your entry fees. You got to pay your membership fees, the cost of your suits, traveling to the shows. You did, because you're in Boston. It's not too far from New York. I think you might be a little closer to. Didn't you think about doing the team collegiate in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about it. I was gonna. I was actually that Pittsburgh Masters is actually next week, and
Yes.
if I didn't get my pro card last weekend, I was gonna go. and drive to Pittsburgh. And because my friend Ariana, she's in wellness, so she went she did Universe last year, and she didn't do Universe this year. So she's going to Pittsburgh, and she's doing it next weekend. So it is close, but it's not close like Universe was. Because we are all in Mass. So yeah, it's not that many national shows, like especially like the South. In the South, it's an easy drive to Tampa. You got the Atlanta Pro. Like it's different shows that you can do in the South, and it's cheaper in the South. Just saying.
Yeah, I can tell you. I remember my first show I went to was Savannah back in 2022, and it was great. I mean, I was great. One hiccup was I missed my train back to North Carolina. So, but I was blessed. My niece lived in Atlanta, so she drove like a good couple of hours to take her home. And I went to
Mhm.
Tampa last year. It was great. It was fun. I mean, I got to meet quite a few ladies there. Some ladies that did interviews with. A friend of mine, she was running a booth. I was there, so you know what? Let me go down there and help her out. She also competed in that show. Her name is Eunice. I gave put up shots to my dear friend Luis Martinez, Kitchen, and her partner Jolie,
Oh,
who run Bad Rap. And this was great for me. I got to meet this gentleman in the middle. That's David Lee Roth. I mean, I would have never met him in my life. If I didn't go to Tampa, help my friend Eunice. And Eunice, she's gonna be 61 in September. She's just a year older than Robin. I'm gonna tell you a true story about this. I interviewed Eunice a while back, and we became good friends. And I often talk about her show company Bad Rap. Show company Bad Rap. This is the moniker is Big and Defined, Ripped and Pumped. They are sponsoring women's bodybuilding for the Atlanta Pro in next month. So shout out to them. They also sponsored last month. It was a couple months ago the Triple O Dynasty. And
oh, okay.
yeah, and what really I love about Eunice was a while back. This was like about a few years ago. She was at the Olympic was in Orlando, and she ran to one of my favorite women's sport of bodybuilding, and it's Andrea Shaw.
That's a
And what
fantastic.
makes this magazine special, she said that right just a little bit after my birthday, what makes this magazine special is because not only, it's the last issue that ever have a hardcover of muscle development. Andrea signed it. I mean, like my other guy says, this test, if you give me something, never do it for free. And that's my payment. I got a comment here in the comment section. Give me a sec. Got one. I got to put my old man glasses on. I'm an old man. We got here. Shout out to my man, the brown ball. He says this. He says, "Heck yeah, another interview." I know. It's still early, brother. This is just the first week. Give me some time. I got one tomorrow, so you be good, okay? So like these guys get excited when I eat bakes out
What is
there.
he saying? He said another interview for like
Yeah,
Jackie.
no, it's just he's excited about the interview because when anytime I do interviews, guys, this is like that's why I do lives because guys gets the opportunity for them to interact with some of you ladies because some of these guys may never meet a female bodybuilder or some don't know how to talk to you ladies, and this is a great opportunity for them. That's why I do lives. I can do pre-recorded, but then it's not as fun because you get to get the reaction of the guys who support my channel, my content. Is other than Robin, is there someone else in the sport that you admire their work ethic, their physique, the overall personality, if you have met anybody that yet?
I haven't met her specifically, but we'll comment on each other. We'll like give each other flowers. You know what I'm saying? Sydney Gillian, bro, top tier, top tier. Like I love her as a business person because I'm all about my money. That's it. Like bro, she got different streams of income every which way. Miss Andrea Shaw, like her work ethic, her dedication. It don't matter, about what she may think or what a guy may think about her. She gonna have her muscles, okay? Like I love Miss Linda Murphy too. Like Miss
Linda Murray.
Linda, baby, business lady. I like us a lot of African American women that like amaze me because I'm just like, yeah, I'm just now getting into this, but they've been in this stuff for years. And they don't care about what anybody thinks of them and their muscles. So that's more of a emotional That's more of a mental, uh, like a security that you have, like for yourself as a woman, as a black woman at that. Zenobia, Sharonica Hinton, oh my God, the list can go on and on. But when I tell you I admire those women, I admire those women because they're moms, they're black, they got everything. As a black woman, we have everything in the world going against us already. Like, first of all, dating, we told that we too muscular, we told that we too masculine, we told that, ain't nobody gonna do this, ain't nobody gonna do that. I'm just like, bro, like, well, shut up and put up in the gym. Like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's a lot. And looking at those women, looking at Robin, looking at everybody, looking at all the African American women, and knowing that I could do that, chef's kiss. And we all support each other. That's the kicker. That's the kicker. Like, we all support each other. We all want to see each other do well. Like, the camaraderie that's in this sport with some people, even though some people may say, oh, well, I know it's a competition this and a competition that. Let me tell you something. I competed against Jackie, and we was messaging today. Like, every single time you turn around, support, 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 support. Yes, like, support, support, support. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, I'm in figure, and we may be in the same, we may be in the same category, but I'm 4'8", you 5'2". We in two different classes. We can always support each other. But then again, you do got those crazy ones that be like, oh, no, 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 no. It's too much mess going on, and I don't surround myself with mess. So I try to, like, handle those
Yeah,
people accordingly or be away
yeah,
from them. So
yeah. I'm aware of a situation between two Miss Olympia champions, and how they're, well, one's behaving a little worse than the other. The other one's not getting into too much of it, but yeah, because it's competition. Sometimes it's good to have, good, a good rivalry, good competition, good respect between competitors. But even some now and then, you have some that have issues. I think you see also in the men quite a bit, but the women also do it too. Can be look at it. Like I said, again, I grew up with three sisters and a mother. I worked in textiles with women. I worked in a strip club with women. Yeah, that's one of my side jobs I had. And women, y'all could be either or, depending on how to feel now. And the ladies you mentioned, shout out to Sharonica. I got to meet her when I was in Tampa
lovely
uh, last year. She's beautiful. I think to me, she's most definitely another lady who is top of the game. I also got to meet, and that is Ashley Jones. I know I look like a big bear attacking a little baby. So,
She was in
but
universe. I
yeah, I mean,
I saw her pass by, but I did not see her. Oh my God, another bikini lady. Oh my God, Vania.
oh she made history. She won the first sister who's Haitian descent to win the Honor Classic.
Yes,
I got a lady who I know, and we're really
yes.
cool. We don't. That's Marika Jones. She did something that was amazing last year. She did two shows within under 24 hours. She did she was at the she did Tupelo Pro. Then she drove 7 hours and did the Texas Pro.
Who was
You
that
know,
again?
her name is Marika Jones.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah,
She's been a guest on
yeah,
my channel a couple of times. She just got a qualification again for the Olympia in Toronto. Amazing physique, beautiful lady. She also, like herself, she's a mother. And you know what? That thing is, people don't realize that there's a lot of sacrifice you got to make. The time you got to put into the sport, especially
yeah.
having children, going to school, working. What you do for a career?
Me? I'm in
Yeah.
dental school. I'm in dental
Oh,
school, so I'm gonna be a dentist.
so you
I'm
just
not.
you just go to school? You ain't got no work, no job.
Yeah, I'm still in school and I work.
Oh,
And this traffic, I gotta drive. I gotta leave like an hour hour and a half before just to get there. So, like, when I'm not seeing patients at school, I'm literally at work. If I'm not at work, I'm at the gym. And let my oldest son tell it, he was just like, "You got anything to do today?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go to the gym." He was like, "Oh yeah, the other job that don't pay you." I'm like, "But it's fun."
well, tell him to get a job. Get a job, Tommy.
He do got a job. He's just,
Well,
see,
that's the thing. That's the thing. Say,
hey,
yeah, mom, you're doing your thing, mom. And that's the thing. That's good that you have the support of your children because I've talked to ladies where when the guys in sport, especially. the understanding of it because you're walking around nearly butt naked. Also the idea of women with muscle, especially with the older crowd. They might say like, like your mama say like, darling, I don't want you to get so muscular and not find a man, or you,
Yeah.
or you might get your daddy say, well, you already got a brother. I don't need another boy. So it's just
It was my
and
grandma, honey. My
huh.
grandma. Okay, so when I was bikini, I had to. Well, and my dad was, at that point he was still alive. He was actually back and forth in the hospital, and right before he died, I went up there, right, and he, what's her name? I forgot her name. Anywho, um, but I got a suit, and my grandmother went with me. At that time, I think my grandma was like 74. And she was like, she saw my bikini, she saw my suit, and she said, "You paid what for what?" I was like, "Yeah, grandma, it was like 500." She said, "I could have made you that." She said, "I could have." She said, "I could roll you out some yarn and put some sequins on it for $500." And that was just a bikini suit. Now the figure suits, they a little bit more expensive because they got a little bit more bedazzle on it. But yeah, my grandmother, and if I don't post anything, because my Facebook and my Instagram is linked to each other, if I don't post something, my grandma calling me, she texts me, she said, "I ain't seen you, you ain't posted nothing, you ain't been in the gym or nothing like that." So, my Facebook, that's my family, that's my family oriented thing, and Instagram, the
Business.
that's the general population.
Yeah, that's how I can like my mother. She used to make her, like every time the summer she makes us little suit sets and stuff like that, short suit sets. And I remember me and my brother, my nephews, we had like the ones made out of raisins. You remember? I heard it through the grapevine, and and she made quilts and stuff like that. Women like that, are just a special breed. And like I said, I grew up in the country. My parents were sharecroppers, and she had to my father and her both together. She had to raise us and do what she had to do as a woman to take care of her family. She never, like some women say, like I was father and mother. No, she was just our mother. She had to do what she had to do as a woman and take care of her family. And that's the thing about this sport, because there's a lot of things that involved in it. The time you have to put in. Sometimes there'll be
Yeah.
things where with your kids, may you have to really know what they. It's a good thing that the two older ones understand, but the babies, you still, you know,
Oh, my daughter understand. My daughter definitely understand. And I was brushing my teeth one morning, and she had called me, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get ready to go do cardio at the gym." And then she said, "But mommy, you already have enough muscle." I said, "Well, hey, all my kids, they get them. They get me. They get my gym. They get my thing. My second son, he's in the Marine Corps, so he actually just called, and he was just like, "What you doing, mom?" I was like, "Nothing. Sitting on the couch doing this work." Because at that point, I was, on the computer getting my patients together for school. And he was just like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just calling to see what's up with you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And I said, "I won my pro card." He was like, "I saw." So, all his friends and stuff like that, they just be like, "Yo, like you got a cool mom." And I'm just like, "Okay." And everybody just think like my kids' friends and stuff, they just think it's cool. But he's the only one that's like into like fitness and stuff like that. My oldest one, not so much. My daughter, she's little. She ain't, she don't know nothing too much about it. But yeah, it's a family thing. I try to stay healthy for them. Like now, like for real, I I try to like maintain my health for them because you know life, being a single mom and stuff like that. I'm the only one that they got to depend on. So I try to eat clean. And that's another thing with bodybuilding. A lot of people think that you got to diet, 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 diet. When you're bodybuilding, yes, you have to do all that to get show ready. You get what I'm saying? But in your bulking season, if you make sure that you eat clean, you know what I'm saying? Eat leaner meats. You don't have to change your whole and complete diet as a lifestyle person because I'm a certified personal trainer and nutritionist as well. On top of all these dang on degrees I got, so and I know how glycolysis work and stuff like that. I'm just like you can diminish a lot of disease and stuff like that if you pay attention to what you're eating. like organic stuff, clean, like leaner meats, you know what I'm saying? Lean ground beef, lean ground turkey, chicken breast instead of chicken thigh, white meat versus dark meat. It, fruits and stuff like that, blueberries with antioxidants and stuff like that, and the difference between a full carb and a more empty carb that you can eat and stuff like that. It all plays a role into like not only just bodybuilding and like life itself.
I understand because a few years ago, because my mom was sick for a long time, I would take care of her. And I was one point, one thing I should know about me, I have a pacemaker, had it for 12 years. I had my first heart attack when I was 39 years old. It was, how, especially in the Black community, especially in the South, how we eat, the things we have, it can affect us in the long run. But after she passed, it was time for me to take care of me. So what I did was I cut out some things. I'm not perfect at it, because it's hard because temptation, as another guy would say, sometimes it's things that would call your name, and it's just temptation is just one of those things it's just one of those things that just control you. But I'm learning, especially when I have conversation with ladies, and understanding the factors, what it takes. Most people think like you just got to eat like a birdie. You have to. I know ladies who eat like 6 or 7 times a day, and then trying to eat clean. Doesn't stay away from anything that's like a heavy salt content, high fat content. You still want your fats, you still want your carbs a little bit, but not too much of it because it can derail your process. We have here, shout out to my man, the Black Panther Studios coming through. He says, "Hi George, hi man, how you doing?" He says. Also, he says this. Can you check it out? Because last super quick. He says, "Black is beautiful. It is." So thank you, brother. Yeah, it is. Black power. Yeah, and this is see Wakanda forever. I mean, she's on my Wakanda shirt. I wear my Star Wars shirt. I wear my Wakanda, my Black Panther shirt. But yeah, it's a lot that people got to understand. Like the training, the dieting, rest, recovery. That's all involved with it. The supplement you take to help you evolve. It's most people. I think that's the thing about it. Don't have that discipline that a lot of you bodybuilders do have.
Mhm. Um, I'm gonna say I think you have the discipline. It's the fact that if you want to do it or not. It's all about your ambition to want to do it, your effort into wanting to do it. Everybody got the same 24 hours in a day, but it just depends on what you want to do with it. That's all.
Honestly, that's the same thing. All sports things, the same thing. Honestly, you got 34 hours a day. You can do it what you want. To. Yo, you know. But yeah, it's a lot to it. What would you say is like? What was the feedback from the judges when at the universe? What did they tell you? Like things you need to prove on, things you think you are spot on.
I went. Uh, I got my feedback from one of the head judges, Justin Randall, and he told me him and Mr. Steen Watberger. I asked them, and I was just like, out of curiosity, yeah, I won overall, whatever. But I'm just like, so what do I like? What do I do? Is like, how's what I need to improve on? And they just looked at me like, I'm like, I know, but like, give me some feedback because I'm going up against the pros now. And Justin was like, okay, we can work on your core. We can work on bringing your hamstrings out. And he said, I want to see a quad sweep from the back. And I was just like, okay. And he's like, of course, condition. Everybody, get the same feedback of condition. And I'm just like, okay. And I was just like, that's it. He was like, do you want to hear something else? like,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. This is like this. That was my first national show. So I'm just like, I don't know what to expect. Um, and then I asked Mr. Steve Weinberger, he was just like, yo, like you can be top 5. Like just stay with it. Just cause he was like, your coach ain't gonna steer you wrong. So do whatever it is that she stay, you know what I'm saying? You done got here, you done got this far, it's just keep it up. He was like, we expect to see you on a national stage this year. And I was just like, I beg your pardon? I was like, baby, I need a break. You're
Yeah.
just like, nah, hold on, wait a minute. Pause.
You say, pump your brakes there, Stevie Boy.
Like I'm just
Chill,
like,
chill.
let me enjoy my birthday, like for once, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
would
it.
say don't rush it. I mean, this sport's not going any place soon. Take your time. Work on the things. You and Robin have a plan.
Yeah,
And you know what you're doing. Like Mother Guy says, I don't have a plan, Tess. I'm just a dog chasing cars. I don't know what to do when I get one. So, and and that's good to get that feedback from like a guy like Steve Weinberger, who's been in the game for a long time. His wife, ex-wife, was a legend in the sport. There's also another judge that's pretty good, Sandy Williamson. She's been in the game for a long time. Work on the things that you need to improve on, and then bring them up. And then whenever you make your pro debut, that's on your time when you feel like it. We got shots from my man Brown Browdy. We put on my old man glasses. Guy, he says this. He says, shout to my man Brown Browdy. He says, George, you never lied. Us Southern folks, when it comes to food, it's a struggle. True. Also, he says this. He says, dude, that was a great honor impersonation. I also, it's not always like this. Arnold's just, everybody go back to movies like, now he's older now. He's like, it's really slow. He's talking, and he's telling you that, and understanding what things are about. Even though I was a fan of movies, I'm not a fan of what he does to women's divisions. Like he's pushed out figure, physique, women's vitamins from the show. As a competitor, as you know, the sport has evolved with time. You haven't been competing long. I've been following for a long time. And, how do you see it, from your standpoint, as it has evolved since you're coming from bikini and going to figure?
I think personally that it's so expensive. Like if they could just like, okay, I can break it down for you. All right, registration for NPC. Registration 150 for a whole year. Depending on where you are. In the South, categories are like maybe 175. Up here in the Northeast, it's like 200 something, 245. I do believe per category, per class, everything that you want to do. And I always do too. I always do Masters 35 plus, and if it's available, and I always do Open Class A. Then as a female, you got to pay for hair. You got to pay for tan. You got to pay for makeup. You got to pay for your suit. You got to pay for your shoes. You got to pay to travel. You got to pay. Like, it's just so much money in it. If you don't like, I ain't gonna say set your financial budget aside, but if you don't be careful, you will go into debt. You already going into debt because you gonna get up there, you're gonna get a trophy. You don't get no money out of it. All right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's about the experience. You know what I'm saying? However, in the South, it's more affordable. You get what I'm saying? It's just like it's and it's not a lot of shows. It's like, but that's because I'm strategic with my shows. I can tell you that right now. If you know that you're on a bigger side, go research your show that you're gonna do. Research the judge that's gonna be there to see if that person likes a fuller look compared to someone else who likes a leaner look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you need to be strategic with that. But besides, seeing anything that could change, I'm so new to the game. I wouldn't know. I couldn't even tell you. All I know is fit model. I started out in bikini. I personally thought that they was going to put a division in between wellness and figure because that's always where I landed. Like I always, I had the upper body for figure, but I didn't have the lower body for wellness. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I thought they was going to put like or create a division between figure and wellness, or either figure and or for females, figure and physique. But then speaking on the males point of view, you got men's physique, you got men's classic, then you got 212, then you got lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, then you got men's open bodybuilding and stuff like that. I'm just like, I mean, I get it, it's a business at the end of the day. But I guess if you can, I guess if you want more business, don't make it as expensive. Maybe more people will actually want to do it because you got so many influencers who think who think they're just, can be bodybuilders compared to the ones who actually are bodybuilding. And, it give them a shot too, is because they done already came out with women's fit model. I mean, you can walk outside at a beach and somebody can swear up and down their fit model. You know what I'm saying? But like for the men, you know, I guess it depends on the requirements that they're looking for. The broad shoulders, the itty bitty waist. Back in the day, from what I've seen back in the day, the men's physique didn't have as much legs as they got now. But now they need their men to fill out the shorts, which thank God, because don't nobody want no Johnny Bravo walking around here. No, I'm just like, what? How you ain't got no legs? That don't make no sense. But I'm just like, you all muscle, and I'm just like, but your legs, like, come on now. But anywho, yeah, I just think that it's going in a great direction if they think of it as a business, but just make it just a little bit more affordable. That way, they get more volume to compensate for the small amount of people that are doing these shows, and make all the categories available for different shows. You get what I'm saying? It's not a lot of women's physique shows, pro shows that I've seen. Um it's not a lot
Actually,
of
I'm gonna correct you on that. There are a bit more women's physique pro shows than is women's bodybuilding. I'm a bigger fan of women's bodybuilding than physique. They have at least under this at least like 13 shows. They were going to be in Chicago. They dropped in Chicago. Wasn't going to be at Tampa till shout out to lady who I've been on, I guess, my channel, Anastasia Ryder, when she made that GoFundMe, and she's supporting that and they're pushing. Um, like I think the thing is because women, you get more of of kind of an evil eye compared to the men. The men can be allowed as big and be as huge as they want. A couple of guys in men's physique, they got the prison legs. Just get out of jail, just doing like. And here's the thing, I say like this: it's about evolution. Every athlete in the sport. If you look at it, like when I got into it, like I was into bodybuilding when I was younger. I remember back guys like Lee Haney and like Lee LeBlanc, where Arnold was competing, and then people like what I was got into it was women like Corey Everson and Carla Dunlap and Richard Lesh, and they kind of affect my little pippish mind. But if you look at from those women to people like Andrea Shaw and Sydney Gillen and also the others, it's the evolution of every athlete as they grow and evolve. But the problem is that with women, you come in some different shapes and sizes.
Mhm.
If you look at a division like fit model, excuse me,
Oh
it's
Lord.
it's a basic chick division. You just need a little cardio and maybe come in condition, you're all right. Bikini has evolved over time. It was brought in later. Wellness is very popular because I put it like this. It has, like a friend of mine explained to me, it's like it has those very strong Afro aesthetics. Being from the South, our sisters around here have bigger hips, bigger booties.
Yeah.
And that's why the Brazilians are so dominant because they have those strong Afro aesthetics. You look at figure, where it's just more of a tall, leaner look. You look at physique, it's more of athletic build, kind of like between women's bodybuilding and women's physique. Between, women's physique between that in a figure. And then you look at bodybuilding, it's the ceiling. And the problem is, it's because promoters, goes back to the business. Like I said, get Arnold push it out of his shows. Steve had it at his New York Pro, but he kicked it out because of the not enough numbers to come in and to represent. But it's about evolution of every athlete. And again, about the cost. The guys got put on a pair of banana hamster boy shorts, that's it. But you ladies, it is expensive. Show day is, the guys have expense for prep, but show day is the biggest expense for the woman. And I know a friend tells me sometimes you have to steal from Peter to pay Paul just if you want to do a good prep if you're doing a pro show. Like, would you, like I say, right now you could take this year, what you feel like was your time for your pro debut? You feel like you need more time, or you feel like you want to jump in it by next year?
For my pro debut, honestly, if I can pass my boards, I'm so focused on passing my boards for dentistry school because that, at the end of the day, that's my career. Like, I'm not getting paid to bodybuild. I'm putting more money out, if that makes sense. It's just like, let me get my board. And Robin agrees. Robin is just like, girl, like, bodybuilding your weight. Like, you got to focus on school. You need to pass this exam. Now, mind you, I do have exams almost every week. Like, she was like, okay, you need to do your workout. All right, cool. We can do 30 minutes of cardio, whatever the case may be, but you need to go home. You need to be able to study for your exam. You need to be able to go to sleep. And then we can, after your exam, then that's when we can come back. You know what I'm saying? But as for a pro debut, I have no idea. I know I just want to pass my boards first. I need to be able to have time to study for my boards, pass my boards. And, maybe after that, maybe like November, after my birthday, December, because that's the end of the year anyway. That's the end of the fiscal year for bodybuilding anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna be in the gym. So I'm gonna build it. If I look right, if she say I look right, you know what I'm saying? If we get, if we get critique and I still put in the work, and you know what I'm saying? If they be like, you know what, you look good enough to get on the stage, I go get on the stage. But my expectations will not be high, because everybody else been doing this for like 5+ years. And I'm new to the game. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do what it do.
Yeah. You're still a baby. You just still get your bottle. You want to be careful. You don't want to hurt the baby.
Baby, I'm a
Yeah.
whole baby. A whole baby. A whole one.
Yeah, I got it's. This is what I learned from my conversation with you, lady. This is not a race; it's a marathon. You want to take the time to work on the things you need to work on, make the improvements, and then when you feel like you're ready, when you feel like you're ready, to jump in it. Like if you talk about the gym, when you go to the gym, what's that favorite thing you like to do when you get in the gym? That thing you just say, "Ah, shit, here we go again."
You know what? Everything done changed with me. I used to didn't like upper body. I like upper body. That's why I grew out of bikini. I couldn't stand that dang on Stairmaster, but I saw what it was doing to my legs. And I said, when Robin pulled it, I was just like, you taking the Stairmaster, but how my legs gonna be lean? She was like, girl, you can get up there if you want to. Your leg gonna be inflamed and you're gonna lose. So I was just like, okay. So I actually was on the Stairmaster yesterday. But I do like to run. I didn't do track, but I stayed running. Like, I'm a runner. I run on the treadmill. I used to run on terrain. I love to run. Um, but my favorite got to be shoulders. My favorite is shoulders, and my least favorite, legs.
That's a typical answer of every bodybuilder. Is leg day is the worst. I have a few who are masochists. They love leg days. Say, George, I love doing leg day. It's my favorite. I said, you're a sick freak, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's being a figure competitor. Yes, shoulder. You can see right now she's wearing tech thing. You can see her shoulder. It's just been barely just a week since the show, and she still looks like she's diesel. You know, you
I
know.
love shoulders, man.
Yeah,
I love
I
shoulders.
think back is the one that I think that's the one to make or break how you place in the show. Because if you have good, like, there's a lady who I interviewed. I sent a link. I seen a link. Check it out. Her name is Tracy Miller. She goes by Madame Laveau. She just did the Portugal Pro just last weekend, and the guys on there. One of the guys, his name is AJ. He runs Female Bodybuilding Channel. He talked about how great her back is, even compared to Rhea Gale's. I seen the link. Check it out. And she does have a beautiful back. I interviewed her. She has a great
Rhea?
physique, great
Rhea?
look to her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
I was rooting for Lola Montez. I wanted her to win. I
That's
think yeah,
because she's been in it just as long as Sid. And they was always neck and neck. And when Sid retired, you just thought the next, because we so used to seeing Lola. I honestly thought that Lola was gonna win. I thought they was gonna give it to Lola, but they didn't. They gave it to Rhea, and I was just like, hey, I mean, she
I,
had the abs. She had the abs. She had the abs. She literally, when I was looking at it, I was just like, okay, Rhea got the back, Rhea got so she got the same thing. She got the same thing. It's just when I looked at it and I looked at each competitor, I'm just like, okay, Lola didn't have like the defined abs. as much as Rhea did. And I'm just like, well, maybe that's why. We never know. We never know. It could be a political thing. It could be, it could be a physique thing, but I wish that there was to piggyback off of the question that you asked, what do I like about it, what I don't like, or what's one thing that I wish I could change? I wish, besides the women and the men, I wish that all the judges could come together as a collect and be like, these are the requirements that I look for. This is what I'm judging on. If it's not this, it's not in the category, you don't check the box. The next person win. Who got all the boxes checked. That's it. Just call a spade a spade. If they got abs, they don't got abs, they got shoulders, they don't got shoulders, they got hamstrings, they don't have hamstrings. Just keep it the same. Don't be like, oh well, we like a fuller look this year. And then in bikini, oh well, we want to see leanness, one year. And then, because I've seen it, when I was bikini, I seen it. You have who was that who won? You had Vanya. She was very lean. I thought she was very put together. But they gave it to Maureen, and then I'm just like, oh, so they going for a fuller look this year. You know what I'm saying? So then, any other time you have Jennifer who won in bikini, and she was tall, she was lean, glutes not as full. Then you have Dusty that's going up there, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Ashley Saltwater. I think Saltwater, but I forgot.
Well, that's the one they based the idea of fit model after her.
Fit model?
Because back when, yeah, see, back 10 years ago when bikini first started, she was supposed to be the blueprint, the idea behind fit model. But you look at her now, she's surpassed that look. I with bikini, I don't pay attention as much to it, but I'm aware of it.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm seeing bikini girls who could be doing figure. And I'm seeing figure girls who's doing physique. That's the thing. Go back to the judges. It's kind of inconsistent. Where one
Yes.
judge says, "We want you to be more bigger and fuller," but you're telling that to a figure competitor, and you tell that to a bikini competitor, where it's one thing you tell it to physique or bodybuilding, and even some of those women in physique, like one lady who I got to meet, her name is Megan Santa Barbara. This chick, she looks like she could be doing women's bodybuilding, but she could be physique. There was a whole controversy we talking about Sarah Bradley. She decided to make the move
Yeah.
because again, she's young, she's still young, her body's still growing, developing. The problem is the judges, especially NPC and IFBB, they need to sit down and say, you know what, these are the criteria we set for these divisions, and we need to stick to these criteria so we won't have these problems. So we can't keep making a new division each time when there's an issue. If you stick with the idea we start off with, and again, we understand that athletes evolve over time, but still, there's still the criteria. Shout out to my man, Brown Baldy. He says this, he made a comment. Shout out to him. He says this. He says, I like to see Lola go up to women's physique. I don't think she ever will because she has a great physique. I remember I should have messaged DM. I told her if you don't win, I'm not watching Olympia anymore. She said, "Don't do that. Go watch it. She's really cool. I'm a big fan of hers. I think there's a lot of talk about Jessica Ray Padilla. I'm not a big fan of hers too much. I think she has a great physique, but some stuff about her just because people tell me stuff. I see some things. It's just as one of my I'm a big Batman fan. As I talk about Joker, but one of my favorite movies is Batman Begins. And Liam Neeson, who played Ra's al Ghul, says to Bruce Wayne, says, "Be aware of surroundings all the time, your Master Wayne. Never give sure footing for a killing blow." And that's why I learned being aware of my surroundings when doing this content. I think if you set the criteria where it's supposed to be, and maybe some of these ladies or men, who say when they start outgrowing the division, move up. I've seen competitors because if they place in the top 3, top 5 of the show, they say, "Nah, I don't think I need to move up," or they win a show, they stick to it. But then I think it goes back to that the judges are not, sticking to what is the standard of each division.
Mhm. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. That's the only way. That's the only reason that I can comment on it because I've seen it, and because I was bikini, and I was literally supposed to go to nationals. I didn't know what they was gonna look for. I didn't know if they was gonna go for a fuller look. I didn't know if they were gonna go for a leaner look. I didn't know. All I know is I was about to get up there, and it, you never know. You never know. And that's one thing I wish there was consistency. I wish there was consistency. I wish there was a blueprint. And as a matter of fact, you can't even say that you wish there was a blueprint because it is a blueprint. They just don't follow it.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So this is a question I ask you. This is something I'm a fat man. I have little habits, and especially after that last show, after that, finally get your pro card. You've been on that prep and you be eating clean. Every now and then, everybody has that little thing they want. That thing that is something that makes them stranger, make them stronger. Where's that thing that you desire the most, Tessa? Tell me, share me. Where's that thing that you wanted after that long, hard prep?
A drink. I'm almost 40 years old, child. A drink. And I had it. All I had was a peach Bellini and some sweet potato fries that same night. And I was just like, the sweet potato fries was too sweet. And then, yeah, and then I was just like, can I just have a Caesar salad? No grilled chicken, just Caesar salad. And I enjoy that Caesar salad. I enjoyed that salad. Then the next day though, I had a burger, I had a cheeseburger and fries. That junk put me into a food coma. I was supposed to I was supposed to have left, and I ended up literally falling asleep. I fell asleep. I fell asleep right in the God. I was too full to drive.
I tell you, food is can be addiction to Bible. It's like you ever saw the movie you Jack be like Pookie, be calling my name, man, be calling my name, But yeah, I think everybody has something they love or like about, the sport. Get that opportunity, what? I just get one more sip and just that feels
And
good,
it's crazy because she gave Robin on my cheat meals and stuff like that. She'd give me a cheeseburger. I just didn't eat it. You know how many man? I did not. I felt I wasn't even going to do the show. I paid for the show. I think the registration deadline was either that Sunday or Monday, and I literally paid for it that day because I wasn't going to do that show. I was just like, I'm not lean enough. That whole almost my whole entire prep, she gave me cheat meals. And I did not. I just felt like I didn't deserve a cheat meal. I felt like I didn't look like I needed a cheat meal. I did not take the cheat meal. But I mean, because I feel like looking at myself as a bodybuilder and stuff like that, I just feel like we're way harsher on ourselves. And of course, well, I take my progress pics and stuff like that every week. I send them to her. You know what I'm saying? When it gets down to the nitty gritty time to get on stage, I was sending progress pics every day. And then it's just like I feel like I look fat. I don't my it was my core that was the issue. I feel like she said your legs gonna come in. Your legs gonna come in. Your legs gonna come in. And I'm sitting up here looking like, bitch, but my legs ain't in. I'm like, what are we gonna do? And uh she was just like, just trust the process. It's gonna come. She said, stay off your legs. I started when I registered for the show, I started sleeping with my legs elevated to get try to pull some of the inflammation down. And then when she told me that would be my last day of cardio, I snuck in that gym and I did cardio. I'm hard headed. I don't even know if she told you, but I did that cardio. But I just felt like I was fat. I felt like I was big. I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be. And you know what I'm saying? I just take measures into my own hands. That's why she called me hard headed all the time. But if I feel like I'm fat, I feel like I don't deserve a cheat meal, I'm not gonna take a cheat meal. And the thing about it is I just feel like I already know that I'm gonna do 2 hours of cardio. But if I go up here and I eat this bread with this burger, that means I'm gonna have to do 2 hours and 30 minutes instead of just 2 hours. So I'm just not even gonna have the burger.
Well, I think
I
with
know.
bodybuilding, it's about mind versus the body. Is like there's also issues with it being like you talk about being fat. That's the body dysmorphia, the post show blues because you get those gains, you look shredded, say like just rock hard and look really good, but then after the show
I
like
hate
you
for
get
men
kind
to
of
say
flat. Hmm?
I hate the leaning stage. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Let me tell you, when that show was over, I said, "Ooh, is it time for me to be thicker than a snicker again?" I lost all my glutes. I like the fullness of my arm. It looked like everything was just shrunk. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. If you in the gym, you gonna get a pump, whatever. You gonna see the veins, whatever. But I like listen, I like to feel my clothes out. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's all I got. That's it. That's that. I like to look good, and I like to look good in my clothes. And if I don't feel like I don't look good in my clothes, then I feel ugly. So I rather not do the leaning process. That's my worst. It's not about not it's not even about the diet. I just don't like to look shredded and look hard all the time. Like I like a little softness. Like you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And nowadays, wellness upper body, baby, it's damn near figure upper body. Baby,
Yeah,
'cause they come.
some of those wordless girls, like this one girl, her name is Tiff Sam. This chick is cut like she could do women's physique or even bodybuilding. She just got a bigger butt than those competitors. And I think some ladies they like the lean look, they like the straight look. Sometimes they don't like being too the bulk look because everybody has a different feeling when they are competing, depending on stage or just training. Again, it goes back to how the sport can be a lot on the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit, also the wallet. I mean, if you get to it, you have to understand that. Don't get to it and you don't understand that there's a cost to it. We talk about this on my channel, and and just what's involved in the aesthetics, and also, would be ever interested in being sponsored by somebody who wants to sponsor you, or are you sponsored?
I'm not sponsored. I am an ambassador for Alpha Queen Apparel, and Ida her jewelry. I ain't wearing nobody else's jewelry but hers. Um, my suits. I'm not sponsored. I still pay for my suits. I think what is it? I sew it, you wear it. So, what is the name of that? Let me. I don't want to. We on social media. I don't want to say the wrong name. But hold on. Uh, wait, is it?
Take your
I
time. Ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding,
yep.
ding.
I sew it. I sew it. You show it. That's the name of the person who actually I get my suit from. I got two suits. I bought two suits from her. That blue one that I had on, and then there was a red one that was behind the scenes that I actually got to sell. I need to resell that because it doesn't look good against with my tan. So when you're getting up there and you have the suits, yeah, they expensive, but if it doesn't look well, like you don't want that suit, because that's something that you can control. You know what I'm saying? You can control your physique. You can control how much cardio you can control going to the gym. You can control whether you're gonna work out or not. But a suit, I would hate to lose because of a suit color. So I had the suit, and one of my teammates, one of Robin's other clients, she actually we put the suit up against her, and it looked phenomenal, phenomenal. But you put it up against me and my tan, it kind of like washed me out a little bit. But so now it's a beautiful red suit. I tell you, I paid for two suits, and they wasn't no cheap suits.
Well,
And
if
go
you have
ahead.
to link to her, I mean, if your seats are reasonable, I know some quite a few ladies who are amateurs and competitors who might can use a very reputable and very not expensive suit designer. I mean, just send me to later. I'll share it to them.
Oh, sure. Thanks. It's very gorgeous. I got it on. I actually have a picture when I had my tank when I did Long Island. I put it on because I bought two. I bought both suits because I didn't know which one Robin wanted me to wear. So I put both of them on compared to my tan, compared and the blue one. The blue one just popped. It just popped. So now we know my color. So we gonna stay away from reds. So
Stay away
yeah.
from very dark, very bright colors and nice, mellow, smooth colors like blue or maybe something like turquoise, something like that. Yeah, there's always some different factors, not just in training the gym, but also when you're prepping for a show and
For sure.
presentation. Because again, bodybuilding, it seems like this compared to other sports, is sports of more presentation is of performance, and it's not as well known. If you talk to somebody, they wouldn't know who's Sid Gillen is, or Andrew Shaw is, or they might know Chris Bumstead because he's very popular. Some of the guys here and there, but generally, it's not as a broad out there sport, but it is a big community because I've talked to ladies from as far as Australia to Czech Republic to South America, and their experiences are always going to be different when they get into sport. What inspires them, what drives them. And one thing, if I could do this, I'm broke as a joke. If I could do this, I'd love to sponsor competitors. I would, if I had a company, I would say, Mrs. Patterson, we are very interested in you with your story of being a single mother, former naval officer, also a dentist. It's very inspiring. So, madam, if you might be interested in working with our company, if this is a product that helps you in your process, and you feel like this will be a great way for you to achieve more as a competitor, we'd like to be one of our sponsored athletes, but only if you feel like it's works with you and what you believe in. We don't want to impose on you. So, ma'am, let us know if our agreement works with you and your process, and we're happy to sponsor your upcoming shows.
What?
I'm just saying, I'm using big words, to say, hey, baby, you want to work with us? Just sign a contract, baby. We got you. So that's
So you were asking which company?
well, if I was a company, if I could
You,
sponsor you, would you be interested? Because this thing is, someone will work with somebody if they feel like it's something that really represents them and they feel comfortable with. Because sometimes you just can't. Not all money is good money, and
hello?
yeah,
I'm
and,
sick.
and someone would do things because again, this sport is very expensive. There's things to do and how to do it, but not for everybody. I
Correct.
mean, you have to be comfortable in what you're doing. If it's a company that has a product that works in your process, okay, good. If it's not something you want to use, and no point you use it if it doesn't fit you or your ideal, your beliefs. I
Mhm.
think you have to find something that really fits what you're going with, and you find a company that say, you know what, we have something for you, and I hope it helps you in your process, and that's good. You can find people like that, but it's hard to because again, everybody's going to look towards certain people or certain competitors, and I would say like women like yourself, who's I would say you had your boots on the ground, 10 toes down. I
Hello.
think most definitely need opportunity representation in this sport. Again, as a person who's been to been a couple of shows, we outside in the audience, we see these amazing bodies, y'all shaped, ripped, shredded. Y'all look like golden gods and goddesses. But to understand what you go through is dehydration, the tired, the depleteness, the hungry. Those days where you feel like, what, you're going crazy because you're lower on carbs, and you're just trying to make it to the next from prejudging to finals. We don't see that. But this is why there should be more support for any competitive sport, be a man or woman. My challenge is about giving y'all ladies a voice because you know what? People need to know what it is. It's not about popping steroids, get as big as a Hulk. There's more to it.
Yeah, it's. I think about the whole enhancement thing. Personally, you can take them shit to you to your blue in the face if you don't put no work ethic in. You don't work out with it. It ain't gonna do nothing but make you bigger. Like everybody just be like, oh my goodness, like you know what I'm saying? Oh, I can take this, I can take that. Okay, you gonna take it and do what? You just gonna let it sit there because you still not gonna go to the gym. Like, what is it gonna do? You get what I'm saying? Like, I think you just gotta be smarter with like decisions and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So it's like, I mean, yeah, you gonna take it, but that's like taking like a GLP-1. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you gonna take Retta, you gonna take Retatrutide, you gonna take Terzepatide, or you gonna take Wegovy or something like that, and you ain't gonna work out. You ain't gonna do not a little bit of cardio with it. Oh, baby, you gonna get smile, but all your skin gonna sag because you ain't gonna have no muscle on it. Because it's just gonna keep eating away, keep eating away, keep eating away. I don't know. But hey, who am I?
Well,
just a
you
just one little person with a couple of degrees. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. Let's say you got a couple of degrees. I mean, like I
Yep.
said, I'm just a guy with a small little channel in who does content on women, and I'm a muscle person. No, y'all ladies aside here again. So, folks, we're not gonna hold the lovely Mrs. Patterson too much longer on here. I know she's a busy lady. She got schooling to do. She got to go to school. She got kids to take care of. She got a
Yeah.
job, career. She got a lot. This is the thing about this sport. There's a lot of work you got to put into it, and just in life in general. If
Yeah.
you want to be dedicated to something, you have to stick to it. Life can be hard. It can be a lot of distractions. But if you are, as I said again, consistent, disciplined, determined, there's nothing you can do. But I think some people, they want to find shortcuts. They want anything hot and ready like the next day. But it doesn't work like that. I've had people told, like you said again, about enhancement. You can take all the shit you can take. If you don't follow the regimen, workout, training, you're not going to look like, you can look like, one guy told me, you can look like just melted shit. But this is the thing about this sport. It's a sport that is a lot of work consistently involved in it. And you really, from one company you have you ladies, you really have to love it. Because you know
Yes.
what, most people wouldn't do what y'all do.
It's fun. Like that is I can say about one of the coaches that I had when I won bikini overall in 2023. She took the fun out of it. And I hated it. I hated every bit of it. She definitely took the fun out of it. But now I got a lady. I got an awesome coach. I ain't going nowhere. And she gonna get she I told her, I said, prepare to be sick of me. She thinks she finna retire is what she finna do. She thinks she finna retire. Robin thinks she finna retire and put me on the Olympia stage and she gonna think that I'm finna go by myself. I'm not going by myself. She coming with me. I told her, I said, you can't retire until we both get up there. That's the only time you can retire. That's it.
Well,
If we both get up there, that's it. That's it. I said, that's your retirement party right there. She
well,
was
you
already
know what?
Uber. She already left me.
Well, she's been there, and that's an opportunity for a lot of competitors. That's the goal for a lot of competitors to get in the sport, to get to a big show like Olympia, to be
Yeah.
on the stage, and also to earn that. You know what? My work, my sacrifices, the things I had to do to get here is rewarded. You
Yeah.
know, and I think again, anybody who gets in this sport, you have to understand that it's not going to be easy. There could be days where you feel like, you know what, I feel like shit. I feel like this, I feel like that. But you know what? I got to keep on pushing. The best way to say it, to quote the great Rocky Balboa, it's not matter how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can take the hits and keep moving forward. How can you take and keep moving forward? That's how winning is done. A couple of days. Happy birthday to the great Sylvester Stallone. He created that character. So before we let you go, I ask you this last question. What would you want for yourself out of bodybuilding as a whole?
What would I want? I don't know. I have no idea. What do I want out of it? I don't know. I never thought about it because dentistry is my career. So I'm just like, I'm doing this for fun. Like this is a hobby. This is something that I like to do. So for me to get anything out of it is all about what I put into it, if that makes sense. So if I don't put, because I'm that type of person. If I know that I'm not putting nothing into it, I know I'm not gonna get nothing out of it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this to pass time while I'm in dental school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not looking to get anything out of it. Honestly, I'm just enjoying the ride as because it's fun. When I start thinking about it as a job, that's when I kind of like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But now I'm doing it because I want to do it.
All right. Everybody has what reason they got to the sport, what they get out of the sport. And you have you're like Scarface. So I kill for fun. Yeah, you're doing it for fun. And,
It's fun. It's literally fun. It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
fun to me. I
yeah.
I love working out. I love like I eat clean. I'm from Mississippi now. I can throw down in the kitchen now. I cook all the bad shit. Okay. I cooks the turkey dressing with the turkey mix in it. I cooks the mac and cheese. I cooks the collard greens. I cooks the cornbread, the black eyed peas, the fried okra, the fried. You know what? I want some fried catfish. I want some southern fried catfish because these folks up here, they be beer battering everything. I don't know what the hell they be doing to this fish up here. Ain't it?
Think about it. You try to find grits and you get your oatmeal. Say, what's this?
Oh my God, some shrimp and grits with the cabbage on top with the grits and the butter and baby, and a little crawfish etouffee. Ooh, baby, they ain't got that up here. That's
I
what
know it's hard, but you wait, like I said, summer's about time. You maybe want you and the kids go down and go visit the family. You might, get to, have a
at this point.
little.
At this point, baby, I can go back and I can go to the store and fry me some fish. I ain't got to drive because I know how to cook. I'm a Southern Belle. I know how to cook. My great grandma taught me how to cook. My grandma taught me how to cook. That's one thing I have older brothers and stuff like that. Child, I try to do what they want. I tried to do what they were doing outside. I got in trouble. I got my butt tore up, and I was told to go in that house. That's why I'm light skinned. I'm the only light skinned one in my family because I stayed in the house. That's what at least that's when my sister be picking on me. And my baby sister, she be like, you the light skinned one, you the adopted one. I'm not adopted. But I'm just saying, I know how to cook. So I can just cook stuff. That's what I am gonna do. I bake stuff. Yeah. I'm a cooker.
I can cook.
I may not eat it because I be on prep and stuff like that. I be on like diet, but I cook that for my son. I cook him some fried pork chops, some cornbread. I cooks it all. A little pork chop sandwich with some hot sauce.
Ooh, a white bread. Ooh.
Which
Uh, I miss my mother. She used to be a good cook. I mean, I miss
white
those
bread
days.
in the south we
Yeah,
call it your light bread, your light bread. It's
yeah,
light,
light bread. Yeah,
light,
you say.
light.
I mean, as far as I've been up north was Virginia, but maybe I change that in the future. We have your comment. Shout out to my man Brown Baldy. He's been sticking in here. Appreciate you, brother. He says this. He says that is so true about supplements. I know folks who taken fat burners in the past and did no work. All right, and also he said this. This is just like taking creatine and protein powders and just putting on weight and get mad because you didn't do the work. Yeah, that's true. You don't do the work, you don't get the results.
Let me tell
So,
y'all
folks, yeah,
something. Creatine,
yeah.
baby. I don't know. I know I don't take creatine. I don't take creatine at all because creatine don't do nothing but put water on you. If
Mm.
I'm bodybuilding and I'm if I'm bodybuilding and I'm taking creatine and then I have to lean out, you think I want to work harder to make it make sense? I don't know.
It's, I think it's like I said, it's whey powder. I think something that's better. To
I'm
take that.
lactose intolerant, so I mean I can't.
Well, but anyway,
I'm a carnivore. I eat meats, and I eat veggies. I eat some green beans. I eat Brussels sprouts. And I eat rice, and I eat eggs. That's and chicken and fish. I can't even count how many times I ate salmon. It's just been whitefish and eggs and chicken breast and white jasmine rice and yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like if you eat clean, you will have that pure muscle. You won't need all them supplements if you just eat right, if that makes sense. But hey,
just
who am I?
well, like I said, yeah, that's the thing is everybody's going to use whatever they feel like helps them in their process, and it's not always the same with everybody else. So before we let you go, you have anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to Robin. Hey coach, hey girl. Shout out to Apple Queen Apparel. The code, she said the code is coming either by tomorrow or this weekend. For your discount code. Because when I tell you this clothes, and I'm a general person, okay? That is light, it's breathable, it is affordable. I think this suit was probably like 20, 20. 20, 30 something dollars, something like that. I can't remember. I can't even remember. Don't hold me. But I won overall. They gave me $100 gift card in the bag. So I got like two whole outfits. I got like a top and bottom, and then I got this. And it's very affordable. It's very breathable. It's very gym nice. It's gym friendly. Um, Shout out to Jackie. Hey girl. Cherie, Ariana, um, Ariana, I just hope you do extremely well in your competition next week. Yas from Ice Tanning, the whole Northeast, for allowing me to be at the Steve Weinberger Powerhouse Gym show in Universe 2026 to earn my IFBB Pro card. And shout out to Ida for the amazing jewelry and the support system. And shout out to like a whole bunch of like the gyms. Oh my god, the gyms! Ultraflex in Saugus, Olympus Gym in Framingham, Bayshore Athletic Club in Quincy, and yeah, like those top tier. And shout out to my dental class, Tufts University School of Dental Medicine class of 2028. Okay. Yeah, and that's about it. And I thank you for allowing me and interviewing me for my first IB Pro interview. I appreciate it. It felt like home. I wish it was very cool like this with everybody else. So, you know.
Well, I said again, I have a particular style. I'm a particular type of criminal, if I was to say it like this. And you can't forget your babies. You gotta get this shout out because they support their mama. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
So, oh yeah, oh, and he has to say something. He can't. He says, and he wants to say to you, Tess. I want to tell you something, Tess, before I leave. You are beautiful. I'm sorry about him. I'm seeing a specialist. We're trying to unite our personalities together, but he completes me. So, thank you again. Congratulations. Shout out to the lovely Mrs. Robin Mays. Happy belated birthday, 60 years old. That is great. Shout out to my man's here. Bob Baldy came through. Black Panther. All you watch this live, thank you for supporting my channel. Wish her the best of luck to Tess in her future in the IFBB, whichever shows she's going to do. Also, wish her best of luck as a doctor. No, as a dentist, because you just kind of like a doctor.
Doctor of dental medicine. You said it right. You said it right, baby.
Yeah, you'd be a doctor. Like back in the day, you used to be a doctor. You're a sawbone. You used to go there and pull out teeth. And I need to go see my dentist. I got
yeah. Get your 2 cleanings a year. Okay.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Brush and floss.
Brush and floss. I did it with toothpick, like on dinner, but folks, if you're interested in supporting Tess in her future in the IFBB in the sport of bodybuilding, reach out in genuine interest. Don't be that weird guy. Be respectful, because these ladies, this is a lot for anybody to do, and you have to understand their process and who they are as an athlete. And be respectful, guys. I know you guys out there. She's nice, buff, cute little thing. You get a little excited, but be calm. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Calm down. Calm down, SA. Come on, man. You go. Come on.
All the time.
Just calm down. Just take it easy. Okay. Don't rush. Be nice. This is a Southern lady, gentlemen. You got to treat a Southern lady right. You don't know how to do that. Don't do it at all, boy.
Hello.
So again, man, I thank you for your time. Best of luck. Congratulations, and wish you all the best in your future. Anyways, folks, this is me, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't subscribe. Good night, good luck, God bless, and see you next time. Enjoy this upcoming week.
Bye.
Bye.